All right, welcome back. Up to now our app works, but honestly we are using our own custom CSS to make it look nice. So today we are going to be adding Bootstrap, which is a very comprehensive library of CSS. So we are on lesson 4, and this is where we start to make an interaction with external things that are cool in terms of styling. So let's start with the normal thing. Last time we pushed our lesson to lesson 3 branch, so we are going to update our branch, our main first, make sure it's up to date, and then you switch back to main so that we get a new branch from main. And once you do that, the first thing to do, you don't have to forget this, always do npm install, especially when you pull some updates and update your branch, to make sure you have, if there are any updated packages, so that you have them. So without spending much, let's create our branch for Bootstrap for you guys. So new branch from main, name it lesson 4, we create a branch from it. Okay, so that's done, and we're in this branch. So I'm just going to check if everything is working, ng save, to see if what we did last time is still there. Whilst it's building, let me just give you a quick roundabout why we use Bootstrap. Quick questions: why Bootstrap? One, because it's predictable, it's fast, and it teaches layout fundamentals. So you have to go and do much deeper research in Bootstrap. It's good. So if you understand Bootstrap, some frameworks such as Tailwind and others becomes easier later. So this is just a starting point. There are many that you can pick out there, but we are starting with Bootstrap. Okay, that's said. Let's just go and check our app if it's still working. Okay, there, it's still working as is as last time, so it means we are good. Okay, so I'm going to remove our styles so that we start adding Bootstrap. So if you come in our global, I'm not going to remove some of the colorings. I'm just going to comment out the others that are follow all of these. I want us to switch to Bootstrap. If I do this, I comment them out, and if I go back to my project, you see I didn't remove for the background, but let me just remove it so that we all move from Bootstrap going forward. I'm going to remove this, comment it, save. Okay, so the project should look like this. So now let's add Bootstrap so that we start to style using professional level. So to use Bootstrap, we need to install it, npm install. So there are two ways to add Bootstrap, either using cdn or installing it, meaning it will be inside our app. That's what we are going to be using. Npm install Bootstrap. Okay, wow, that was pretty fast. So the next thing is you have to open your angular.json, look for styles, where we put our styles. You see under architecture here, build styles here. This way you have to add Bootstrap. If you add it here, it means it's going to be globally available to all our components. So that's what we want. You see, we already have this one. It's global to all our components. So we are also going to add Bootstrap here. So it's sitting inside Node. So you can do this. Let me just copy this so that we move faster. If you do this, it means Bootstrap CSS is now globally enabled. We are importing it and we restart our app and we save. Voila. Let's go and check if there's anything. You see, there is a slight change. This shows that Bootstrap is now inside our app. We can see it. So another thing is you can just do view page source, and if you check here, you can see we have a lot of CSS. Even if you just do this is Bootstrap CSS. It has been bundled under one style CSS because we are applying it globally. If you see this, it means you successfully added Bootstrap. But if you don't, it means there is something wrong. You either have to reinstall and then make sure under styles you add in the correct styles, which is under architecture, build, and then inside build here, just look for styles. You will see it. Okay, now that we have done that, let's start by making simple changes to our header. We have our header. Let's style it the Bootstrap way. So you don't have to think much, but you have to know what each style class you use. So for me, I'm going to restyle this using AI. I'm permitting the use of it, but if you don't know the purpose of the class, please don't use it. So I'm going to try and use it using general AI, which is Gemini. I believe everyone has access to Gemini. It's free. Just copy your code, paste it, and then tell Gemini convert this to be compatible Navi using Bootstrap classes. Okay, let's wait for it. Okay, here is our code. So as I was saying, you see it's telling us to add this one. This is for CDN. Don't add it. We already added using npm install. This is another. Oh, this is for JavaScript. Yeah, I think this one we should add it, but let's not add it now. We don't need it. We paste here and then we save. We check our browser. As you can see, you see now it has styled it using Bootstrap way. So here I'm not teaching you like CSS everything. I'm just showing you the structure. But if you want to understand more, just go back to where you got the code and ask it to explain. Like, okay, here you can say explain to me what it means by this. Just to copy it and you say why use me, I'm a shortcut person, so I'm not going to be typing a lot of things. Why use this? It's going to explain a lot to you, and you just read. You see, it's giving you an explanation. So this is very quick way for you to learn, to understand a lot of these things. You don't need to be searching manually sometimes, but if you prefer, you can even go to Bootstrap website and learn these things. So you see, yeah, it's giving you every information that you need, and if you're not satisfied, you can check on their website. And also the good thing here is you can even test out, like, okay, what is ChatGPT saying? Can I just remove any of these and see what it does? So this is for the background. Let's just remove it. You see, so you see now there is no dark background. So let's just return it so that we see. Okay, there we go. Now we have Bootstrap. We no longer need to write CSS manually. So yeah, and the other thing I want to clarify is, you hear me saying I added Bootstrap globally. I'm going to remove all these codes because we don't need. Let me just leave them for the sake of comment. I was saying we have a global CSS here, and we have local. When I say local or logged one, this is for component. This is component based. So we have global style and component style, and Bootstrap live globally, meaning whatever CSS is in Bootstrap can be applied to any component. But if I add any style in here, it means it's only applicable for this component. It's not going to be available globally. I think earlier on my first or second video, I made that mistake. I put all our styles inside this one, which is a component CSS. That's why they were not appearing. I don't know if many of you were able to figure it out, but it was fixed. I fixed it and pushed. But anyways, yeah, those are some of the mistakes we have to avoid. Otherwise, some of the Bootstrap won't work. So yep, I'm not going to dive deeper. I've just shown you. The next thing we need to do is, I need to give you an assignment. Go restyle. Okay, this is something I don't want to do. Go restyle your homepage, about skills. We restyle everything using Bootstrap. For me, I'm going to restyle them later, and then I'll post the finish. I'll push the finished project in the branch and eventually merge it to main. But for you, these are your assignments. Make sure you do your assignment and you make it look like however you want. So yeah, to not make this video long, let me end here, and all the best. If you have any question, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm always here to help. And yeah, another thing is, please use AI with caution. If you can't explain the class names, don't use them until you understand them. That's how you learn. Otherwise, you won't get anything. That's the rule here. Okay. And as I have said, the lesson wasn't about design, it was about structure. Get that? And in the next lesson, we will introduce services and data flow, which is where Angular really starts to feel powerful. So whenever you do your changes, push your code, break things, fix them. That's how we learn. See you in the next one. Bye bye.